In this video, I will demonstrate what happens to the mean and the median when we remove the lowest data point, when we shift the lowest data point, when we add highest or greatest data point, and we shift the greatest data point. So let's start with removing the lowest data point. When we remove the lowest data point, we see that the mean is increasing by 5. Here, when I removed the 2 from the data set, the mean was 17 when 2 was included. When I removed it, the mean has increased from 17 to 21, but the median has increased from 21 when the 2 was included to 22. So the mean is much more sensitive to removing the lowest data point, and the farther the lowest data point from the data set, the more the mean will increase. And we see that the median is much less sensitive to removing the lowest data point. And I will put a link in the description to downloading this Excel file, so you can play with the numbers. Every cell here has the formula to calculate the mean and the median, so you can just play with the numbers and see the effect it has on the mean and the median. So that's what happens when we remove the lowest data point. When we shift the lowest data point, you see here that the original data set has the lowest data point of 14, and I shift it to the left. I decrease the lowest data point, so now it is 6, and you can see that the mean has decreased, but the median stays the same. So the median, when the lowest data point was 14, was 21, and shifting the lowest data point farther to the left on the number line had no effect on the median, but the mean has decreased when I shifted the lowest data point to the left. Now, when I add a highest data point or greatest data point, we can see here too that the median is very sensitive to adding a data point which is greater than the other data point, and the median mean here has increased from 22 to 21, has increased by 7, and the median has increased but much less significantly, from 22 to 23. So now we move on to shifting the greatest data point. When I shift the greatest data point, you can see the effect it has on the mean. The mean has increased from 24 to 31.5, and the median stayed the same. So the conclusion we can draw from these 4 examples is that when we shift the lowest or shift the greatest data point, the median stays the same, and the mean is affected by the highest or lowest data point change. When we change the lowest data point, it has an effect on the mean, but it has no effect on the median. And when we shift the greatest data point, it has an effect on the mean, but the median stays the same. And I could also demonstrate it by changing the greatest data point by much more. Let's say I change it to 90. We can see that the median stays the same. I can change it to 120, and we see that the mean has increased significantly. The median stays the same. And also when I shift the lowest data point, if I take it to 1, for example, from 14 to 1, the mean has decreased, but the median stays the same. And so when I shift the lowest or greatest, it has no effect on the median, but the mean is definitely changing. And when I remove the lowest or remove or add the greatest, the effect that this change has on the mean is much more significant than the change that it has on the median. Here, when I remove the lowest or add the greatest, the median does change, but its change is much less significant than the change that happens when I calculate the mean with the new data point. So that's it. I'll see you in the next video.